Hey everyone! So today we're going to talk about how tech is just completely changing the game for marketing. We're going to break down this really cool new framework that shows how modern companies actually connect with you, their customer. All right, let's get into it.
All right, let me start by asking you a question. When you think of marketing, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it some huge Super Bowl ad, maybe the logo on your coffee cup? I mean, that's what most of us think of, right? But what if I told you the real starting point for marketing today isn't an ad at all, but something happening way down deep inside a company's computer servers?
Okay, to get our heads around that, we've got to understand this idea of services marketing. Now, this isn't about selling you, a physical thing you can hold. It's all about promoting experiences that are intangible. Think about your bank, your cloud storage, or even a streaming service. The key thing to remember here is that with services like these, the customer experience is the product.
And what's the invisible force that's connecting all of this? Well, it's technology. And I don't just mean tech for running ads, no. We're talking about the entire digital backbone of a company. Everything from its internal systems to every single customer interaction. It's literally the central nervous system that makes a modern company tick. So how do we wrap our heads around all this? Well, there's this fantastic three-pillar framework that makes it super clear. It all starts with what's called internal marketing. Think of it as the engine room. Then you've got external marketing, which is like the megaphone. And finally, there's interactive marketing. That's the handshake. Seriously, understanding how tech weaves these three things together is the secret sauce to modern marketing. Okay, let's start with that first pillar, which is honestly the one that gets overlooked the most: internal marketing. And I absolutely love this metaphor for it, the engine room. It's perfect, right? It's everything happening behind the scenes, deep inside the company, that generates all the power for what we, the customers, eventually see on the outside.
And this quote just nails the whole idea. You can have the flashiest, most expensive ads in the world, but if your team isn't trained, if they don't have the right tools, if they aren't motivated to actually deliver on the promises you're making, well, the whole thing just collapses. It's so true. Marketing has to start from the inside out.
And you guessed it, technology is what's powering this whole engine room. I mean, think about the tools that make it all happen, right? You've got online training platforms getting the team up to speed, internal chat channels making sure everyone's on the same page about the company's promise, and all the software that actually helps them deliver an amazing service. This is all about setting your people up to win before they ever even speak to a customer.
All right, let's move on to our second pillar and see how this all connects. This is external marketing, or as we're calling it, the megaphone. Now, this is the part of marketing that everybody knows. It's how a company gets its message out there to the world.
It's actually pretty simple. If internal marketing is all about getting ready to deliver on a promise, then external marketing is about actually making that promise. This is the company's public announcement of what it offers, it's what sets our expectations as customers, and it's the big invitation to come check out the brand.
And this is where you can really see how tech has totally transformed that classic megaphone. See, it's not just about shouting one single message to a giant crowd anymore. Oh no. Now, with data analytics, you can run these hyper-targeted ads. Social media lets brands manage their reputation in real time. You can even have pricing that changes on the fly. That megaphone is now a super smart, incredibly precise tool.
And that brings us to our third and final pillar, which is where it all comes together. This is interactive marketing. We're calling this one the handshake. It's that absolutely critical one-on-one moment of contact where the company and the customer finally meet.
I think this quote just captures the stakes perfectly. This is it. This is the moment of truth. All that internal prep work, all those external promises, it all leads to this moment. Did the website load fast enough? Was the person on the support chat actually helpful? Is the app a pain to use? This is the exact point where a brand is either made or broken.
And technology is the thing mediating this handshake at literally every single turn. It's the super smooth checkout process in your online shopping cart, it's the helpful AI chatbot that answers your question at 2 a.m., or it's that intuitive, easy-to-use experience on your phone's app. Every single one of those interactions is a moment where technology has to deliver on the promise that the megaphone made.
Okay, so we've got our three pillars, right? The engine room, the megaphone, and the handshake. But why does it matter so much to think of them as this single connected system? What's the big payoff here?
Well, the payoff is huge, and it's really twofold. First up, you get strategic alignment. When the engine room, the megaphone, and the handshake are all working in perfect sync, every single part of the business is pulling in the same direction. And second, you get amazing marketing efficiency.
Technology makes sure you're not just wasting money on ads that promise some awesome experience that your team can't actually deliver. It's all about getting the right message out there, backed up by the right experience every single time.
So here's the bottom line, the crucial takeaway. When your internal team is ready to go, that's the engine, and your external message is crystal clear, that's the megaphone, and the actual customer interaction is seamless, that's the handshake, when all those work together, you create this incredibly powerful, self-reinforcing cycle. A great experience makes the brand stronger, which in turn makes the next marketing message that much more powerful.
And that really leaves us with a pretty fascinating final thought to chew on. In this world of services, where the customer experience on a tech platform is the product, has the line between marketing and the product itself just completely disappeared? It's something to think about. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer.